Sie schritten über den roten Teppich,
They were
empfingen
rich,
gleißendes
famous,
Blitzlicht
and
und
adored by
bewundernden
millions.
Applaus. Doch
But
hinter
behind the
diesem
red
Vorhang des
carpets and
Ruhms
flashing
verbarg sich eine
cameras,
Wahrheit,
these
die die
stars
ganze Welt
faced one of
überraschte.
life's
Sie wurden Eltern,
from
als sie
teenage
noch
pregnancies
Teenager
to
waren.
Seek's biggest
Nicht
challenges.
Filmrollen,
So what
nicht
happens when
chartstürmende
Hollywood
Songs,
dreams collide
sondern
with
die
diapers?
Momente, in denen sie
These
mit
stories
Windeln
will
und
surprise
Fläschchen,
you.
mit
Grit children
Existenzängsten
and tabloid
und den Augen der
scandals
Verurteilung
far earlier than
konfrontiert waren,
expected.
formten
Parenthood.
ihr wahres
Their
Ich.
journeys were anything but
Das
ordinary.
Erstaunliche war,
Oprah
dass sie
Winfrey
statt
was a scared
aufzugeben,
14-year-old
Widrigkeiten in
girl
Stärke
hiding a
verwandelten.
pregnancy.
Und die Geschichte, die
The
diese
story sounds,
tränenreiche
now I am
und
officially a
willensstarke
bad
Reise
girl growing
einleitet,
up in
ist
poverty
die
and
eines
pain.
Namens, den fast die ganze
Oprah's
Welt
childhood
kennt.
was a landscape
Oprah
of
Winfrey.
trauma. Oprah Winfrey,
das
the secret
Geheimnis
she
ihrer
carried alone.
Teenagerzeit. Bevor sie
Long
zur Königin
before
des
she became the
Fernsehens
most
wurde,
powerful
war
woman
Oprah
on
Winfrey
television,
ein
before the
14-jähriges
billions,
Mädchen,
before
das
the
nach
book
Jahren
clubs,
der Armut
before the
und Gewalt
tears that
schwanger
moved the
wurde.
world,
Ihr Kind
the baby was
überlebte
born
nicht und
prematurely
hinterließ in Oprah
and
eine
died
tiefe
shortly after
Wunde,
birth.
die sie jahrzehntelang
Liberated
verborgen
her.
hielt.
It was
Als
the
das
greatest
Geheimnis von
relief of my
Verwandten
life,
verraten und
she
in den
said later.
Zeitungen enthüllt
And I
wurde,
found out
dachte
the
sie,
people who
alles
loved. In
würde
2007,
zusammenbrechen.
she opened the
Doch
Oprah Winfrey
überraschenderweise
Leadership Academy for
brachte
Girls
diese
in South
Wahrheit
Africa.
Oprah die
Her
Befreiung.
voice, once
Sie bekannte
silenced,
sich zu ihrer Vergangenheit,
Oprah's greatest
überwand den
fear had
Schmerz
come true.
und verwandelte ihn
The
in die
secret
Kraft,
was out.
weiterzumachen.
But here's the twist.
Oprah hatte keine
She tried to
weiteren
hide it.
weiblichen Kinder,
She wore
wurde aber
baggy
zur
clothes.
spirituellen
She
Mutter
avoided
von
mirrors.
Millionen Zuschauern durch
I
ihre
remember
Sendungen,
thinking
Geschichten
she
und die
once
Schulen,
shared,
die sie für
loved
Mädchen
me,
fand.
still loved
Sie
me.
bewies, dass aus
She
der
never
Asche
had
einer
another
Tragödie
child,
ein
but she
außergewöhnliches
became a
Feuer
mother.
entfacht werden
Oprah
und
never
die ganze
even
Welt
named him.
erleuchten kann.
She buried
Aretha
Soul
Franklin,
Queen,
die
child mother.
12-jährige Mutter und ihr Weg
Before
zur
she
Legende.
became the Queen of Soul,
Bevor die Welt
before the
sie als Queen
Grammys,
of
the
Soul
global
kannte,
tours,
war
and the
Aretha
unforgettable
Franklin ein gerade 12-jähriges Mädchen, das ihr
RESPECT,
erstes Kind im
Aretha
Arm hielt.
Franklin was a 12-year-old
Inmitten
girl
einer
with a
Kindheit,
baby
die
in
von
her
Kirche,
arms.
Gospelgesang
Yes,
und der Härte
12.
des Lebens geprägt war,
Born into a
schien die
world of
Mutterschaft in so
gospel and
jungem
grit.
Alter alle Träume
Not even
zu
old
begraben.
enough to drive, but
2 Jahre
already
später
holding the
brachte
weight of
Aretha einen
motherhood
weiteren Jungen
and
zur
destiny.
Welt. Und die familiäre
But if you think that
Belastung
early
drückte
start
immer
slowed her
schwerer auf
down,
ihre jungen Schultern.
think again.
Doch ihre Stimme
Aretha
erklang
carried her
weiterhin,
babies with one
drang
arm and the
allmählich
future
über
of
die
soul
4
music.
Kirchenmauern
And just 2 years
und
later,
berührte die
another
Herzen
baby
von
boy
Millionen
arrived.
Menschen.
All while her
Ohne einen
career was
perfekten
quiet
Start
and family
wuchs
with a
sie in
voice
Leid
that could
und
shake
Verantwortung
churches and
heran
silence
und trug die
stadiums.
Mühsal ihrer
All
Jugendzeit
4 of
in
her
jedem
sons, she didn't
Song.
just sing about
Diese
respect.
Erfahrung verlieh
She
ihrer
earned
Stimme
it.
die Stärke und Tiefe,
A reminder
die
that
Kirchen
legends aren't
erzittern lassen
born in
und
perfect
riesige Stadien zum
circumstances.
Schweigen
They're
bringen
forged
konnten.
in. Aretha gave
Aretha
birth to her
Franklin
first
bewies,
son,
dass keine
Clarence,
Umstände
before she was
Talent und
even a
Willenskraft
teenager.
auslöschen
His
können.
father,
Sie sang nicht
and
nur
yet,
von Respekt,
she never let
sie
the
erkämpfte
world
ihn
see
sich
her
durch die
stumble.
härtesten
She just sang
Herausforderungen ihres
louder.
Lebens.
Gara, the
Sophia
glam
Vergara,
mom at 19.
vom Teenager-Mädchen zur
Before she was
Hollywood-Diva.
strutting through our
Bevor
screens
sie auf
in
der
Modern
Leinwand mit
Family,
ihrer
with that, Sophia was
humorvollen
giving
Rolle in
birth to
Modern
her son,
Family
Manolo,
glänzte, hatte
his
Sophia
father,
Vergara einen
her high school
unerwarteten Start
sweetheart.
ins Leben.
At flawless
Mit gerade
accent
einmal
and
19
comedic
Jahren,
timing,
als Gleichaltrige
Sophia
noch auf der
Vergara,
Suche
he
nach
once
ihrem
joked
Lebensweg
that
waren,
having
wurde
Sophia
sie
as a
Mutter
mother
ihres
meant
Sohnes
growing up with
Manolo.
high
Der
heels in
Vater
the
des
house
Kindes
before
war
you could.
ihre
And let's be
Highschool-Liebe.
real.
Doch diese schnelle Ehe zerbrach
It's the kind of
rasch
story
und
that makes
überließ
you
Sophia
laugh,
die Verantwortung
tear up a
allein.
little, and
Doch
maybe
statt
text your mom
aufzugeben,
just to say
stand sie
thanks.
stolz auf,
Plot
war
twist
Mutter
incoming.
und verfolgte
Fast forward to
gleichzeitig ihren
2015,
künstlerischen
Manolo
Traum.
isn't just
Manolo
watching his
wuchs
mom
in
get
den
married.
Armen einer
That's right.
strahlenden Mutter
Sophia
auf
tied the
und
knot with
erzählte einst
heartthrob
stolz,
actor
dass
Joe
seine Kindheit voller
Manganiello,
High Heels
and her now
und
grown
Sophias
son was
typischen
front and
frechen
center.
Lachen war.
Talk about
Im
full
Jahr
circle moments.
2015
What's even
ereignete
juicier?
sich der bewegendste
Sophia,
Moment,
then
als der
42,
inzwischen erwachsene
wasn't
Manolo
ruling
an der
out
Seite
baby
seiner
number
Mutter
2.
hielt, als
Nolo
sie den
isn't your
Schauspieler
average
Joe
celeb kid.
Manganiello heiratete.
This guy grew up with
Von
one
einer
of the most
kolumbianischen
glamorous, sassy
Teenagermutter
moms
zur
in
Hollywood-Diva
showbiz.
schrieb Sophia
Was a
Vergara
teen
eine
mom in Colombia.
inspirierende Geschichte.
Yes, seriously.
Manchmal
At
ist
just
das Drehbuch
19
des
years
Lebens nicht
old,
perfekt,
Build,
aber
I
die
told
Art, wie
Joe,
wir improvisieren,
if we're gonna
macht
do
die
this,
Legende
we
aus.
have to do
Reese Witherspoon,
young love,
frühe Liebe
young
und
motherhood,
früher Mutterschaftsliebe.
young motherhood.
Bevor sie als
Before
Star
she was
in
the queen,
Legally
before
Blonde
she was
oder
the queen
Sweet
of
Home Alabama
rom-coms,
bekannt
the sub.
wurde,
She met
übernahm
Ryan
Reese
Philippe
Witherspoon
at
die
her
Rolle einer
21
Mutter,
St.
als sie
birthday
gerade
party.
Anfang 20 war.
Sparks flew.
Sie traf Ryan
Scripts,
Philippe auf ihrer
rom-coms, The
Geburtstagsparty
Southern Belle
zum
in Sweet Home
21.
Alabama Belle and
Geburtstag,
Sweet Home
verliebte sich
Alabama,
schnell und
or The
heiratete,
Firecracker
doch
Lawyer in Legal Cracker, lawyer in Legally Blonde, Reese Witherspoon was a 23-year-old newlywed, pregnant, in love, and about to rewrite the script. They starred in Cruel Intentions, fell hard, fast, and forever. Time they walked down the aisle in 1999, Reese was already 6 months pregnant with their daughter, Ava, sharpened her. She once said, "I had a newborn, and I remember thinking, how am I going to do this?" But then I did. It was a quieter chapter about laundry symbols. Reese was navigating red carpets with a baby on her hip. Motherhood didn't slow her down, fast and forever or so they thought. By the time they walked down the aisle, but then I did. And she kept doing it. She and Ryan welcomed their son, Deacon, in 2003. But by 2000, Reese once joked, "Sometimes I forget which one of us is the mom. Sheen, the wild man, the quiet dad." Charlie Sheen has been called a lot of things: rebel, bad boy, tiger blood enthusiast, sitcom king. But there's one title he rarely gets credit for: Teen Dad. Before the scandals, the 2.5 men paycheck, he showed up. In 2014, Sheen sat down with David Letterman and casually dropped a bombshell. "You're going to be You're a deep-cut fan, you probably didn't even know she exists." While the world was watching Sheen spiral on red carpets and reality shows, Cassandra was quietly growing up away from the chaos. Beneath the headlines and the Hollywood wreckage, Charlie Sheen was also doing something off-screen, being a dad. Because sometimes, the most surprising story isn't the one screaming in the headlines. It's the quiet one, unfolding in the background, where a wild man finds his footing in fatherhood, one diaper, and eventually one grandbaby. Spears, Zoe 101, and Baby Makes Two. Back in 2007, Jamie Lynn Spears was America's subject of teenage drama, suddenly became national news. Tabloids had a field day. Teen, starring in Zoe 101, flashing that signature Southern smile and walking the halls of Pacific Coast Academy. Then came a plot twist: no Nickelodeon off-again boyfriend. Their relationship, already the was. In 2008, she gave birth to Maddie Brianne Aldridge. And just like that, the girl next door became a girl. She packed up her life, moved to Nashville, and swapped fame for family. But the music bug didn't go away. Jamie Lynn was learning how to diaper a baby at 3 a.m. She later reflected, "Being a mom is hard." The father, Casey Aldridge, was her on again. Behind the headlines and the paparazzi flashes was a girl growing up faster than most, learning to love harder than most, and proving 16 and pregnant. The headlines exploded. Fans were stunned. And Nickelodeon, they gracefully backed. She married Jamie Watson, yes, same first name, and built a quieter Lil Wayne, a rap god with daddy duties. Before he was winning Grammys, rocking dreadlocks, and dropping punchlines like lyrical grenades, Lil Wayne was changing diapers. With love, loyalty, and a little bit of bling. When Regina turned 16, let's be honest, Wayne didn't exactly fit the image of a traditional teenage dad. But he made it work in the most Lil Wayne way possible. Nicki Minaj performed live. 2 luxury cars were unveiled, a BMW and a Ferrari. Most kids get a cake. Regina got horsepower. She later gushed, "I'm daddy's little girl, and he showers me with..." But fame is a double-edged sword. In 2009, a cruel death hoax claimed Regina had died in a car accident, sparking panic online. Lil Wayne had to publicly shut it down, calling the rumors completely false, thanks to a dad who, despite his chaotic life, never lost sight of his biggest role, being a father. In 2011, yes, the self-proclaimed best rapper alive became a father at just 16, while his daughter, Regina Carter, a.k.a. Nay, arrived early in his... Oprah's greatest fear had come true. The secret was out. But here's the twist. Fame and family with a voice that could shake churches and silence stadiums. All 4 of her sons. Plot twist incoming. Fast forward to 2015, Manolo isn't just watching his mom get married. The time they walked down the aisle in 1999, Reese was already 6 months pregnant with their daughter, Ava. Sheen sat down with David Letterman and casually dropped a bombshell. You're going to be a... Yes, the self-proclaimed best rapper alive became a father at just